is Joel from MoonlitsHollow. Today we're going to be talking about what it means to be your true self. Obviously that's a word that we throw, or rather I throw around a lot. You know, just be your true self, just be this, just be that. But what does it actually mean? Let's talk about it. So, first of all, generally my version, or rather the phrase true self is higher self. So rather than me saying higher self, I'm saying true self. Okay, so you might find some similarities between what's true and what some people think is the higher self. Okay, but there might be some differences as well. Before we start talking about what that means, it's important to understand that it's different for every person because everyone is unique and because everyone is an individual, their version or their outlook on what is their true self will be completely different. So it manifests differently for everyone, and that's important to understand. What I think is the true self will be different for each and every person, but still the notion of being in touch with the true self is important, regardless of however it manifests. And that's the point I'm trying to convey in a lot of my videos. For me, being your true self is being all of you. So not just the parts you like, not just the parts that you think are great or the person that you think yourself to be, but the person you actually are. A lot of people, especially in the world we find ourselves in, we put a lot of effort into being someone that we're not. To appease people, to please others, to make them, I guess the best example sorry, I'm getting mumbled up, is in high school. So in high school, there's lots of cliques or groups, and to fit in with a group, you need to be like members of that group. And so you change yourself as a person and your personality and persona to fit the group so that you can survive high school. Because most of us know that high school, I mean, it's a good time in some ways, but it can be very much like a jungle, and it's a free for all basically sometimes. So we change ourselves to suit the environment so that we don't feel like an outcast. We feel like we belong. We can make friends with our peers, but we're still changing what's in here, what is our character, and we shouldn't do that. Another example is when people enter into a romantic relationship, they will change themselves to suit what they think the partner wants. Or they might lose parts of themselves along the way because a lot of their focus is on the other person rather than themselves. And we shouldn't do this as well. So, being your true self is being all of you, not just, what others think, or actually it doesn't matter about them, it's what you think. It's about all the parts of you, the parts you like and don't like, your past, your present, all in one, being all of that together. That's being your true self, unapologetically. You're being all that you are. You're embracing your nature. You're embracing all the parts of yourselves. You're reconciling those parts that aren't so great and making them a bit better, but you're still embracing. You're still accepting those parts of yourself. So that's really sort of what I mean. When a lot of people aren't in touch with their true self, and it's hard to be in touch because to embark on a journey to become your true self is basically fraught with a lot of challenges, obstacles, confrontations, etc. It's not a pleasant path. It's all about confronting the parts of yourself that you don't like, confronting your faults and your woes and your pains and all the things, that surge and bubble within us all the time. It's a lot and it's hard to work through and it takes a long time. But it's very important. That level of growth is really important. Not just to your personal life and your personal character, but also to, your spiritual growth as well. Because spiritual growth and personal growth, in my experience, go hand in hand so closely. People forget about it. That when they're practicing magic or energy work, they forget to work on the personal self. It's just like when we're embarking on that spiritual journey, we could also work on the physical self. So work on eating better and exercising more regularly, because that that healthier lifestyle will also positively impact your spiritual path, as well as, your mind and many other facets of life. So it's important to be aware of the connection between personal and spiritual, because your growth as a person, as a character, as a soul, as a spirit, directly ties in with the spiritual self. Like that personal growth ties in with the spiritual growth. Okay? How does it look in spiritual terms? Let's talk about it. So, I myself am someone that's in deep connect with my true self, which is part of the message I'm trying to convey. Um, I'm someone that's aware of majority, if not all, of my past lifetimes, all of the countless lifetimes, all the mistakes made, the great moments, the bad, the in between, all the different natures, beliefs, opinions. It's all culminated in me, in Joel. Okay, I do my best. I still struggle with things like every other person, and I'm still going through my own spiritual journey and personal journey as well. But I take my mistakes, my faults, my pains, my all the bits and pieces of Joel into stride. So rather than fighting against my nature and what's within, I'm seeking to embrace, to reconcile, to make better, to improve, but I'm not throwing it aside. I'm not saying this isn't good, I'm going to make this better. I'm still embracing it, and that's important. But I'm just tempering it, like the blacksmith tempers the blade, makes it better quality and makes it straighter and better to cut with. I do the same. I make things better, but I'm still embracing it, and that's important. The journey to your true self, like I said, is difficult. It's not fun. It's not enjoyable. It is enjoyable in some parts because there's growth and there's a lot of happiness and profound things to be found within, but it's not pleasant and it's hard. But I want to see people be the true selves. And it's not this end goal. Think of true self as like a percentage. They're 60% the true self and the other 40 is whatever. It's not an end goal. Just like how we say life isn't about the end goal, it's about the journey. Life is a journey. So too is this true self journey. There's never an end to it. There's never like this position where, yep, you are your true self and whole. You're still working through those faults, those wounds, those scars from past lifetimes as well, and everything in between. Is still a journey, and that's important to realize. I myself, and the reason why I'm so big on being true self and working towards this and encouraging people to do that personal growth alongside spiritual growth, I guess is to just really, I want to see people do something. I want to help people be the best versions of themselves. I want to help encourage growth and change and, help people work towards what they want in life. Because everyone's goals and reasons for being is completely different. Um, I want to paint, I guess, envision the universe like a canvas, like a painting canvas or something. I want to, I guess, by helping others and by helping them realize their true self and connect with that part of themselves, I can paint that canvas. The canvas of the universe, I can add more color to it and bring new life to it, basically. And that's what I want to do. By helping others, they will go on to do more and do other things, and we will paint that canvas. We will bring more life to the canvas. Um, that's what's important to me, and that's why the message of MoonlitsHollow is to be your truest self. So I hope that this short video really, I guess, provides an insight into what it is to be the true self, keeping in mind that everyone's journey is completely different and unique to their own person. Some of the things you can expect, some of the challenges along the way, things like that. We'll leave this video here. I hope everyone has a great day, and we'll catch up soon. Thank you.